Do not worry.
فيكي كل اللي كتب عليك أيام يا أخويا سنوات فايتني حلوين كتير غيرها مش عاجبني وبعيدي عيون الناس شبني باشا أغني لها بإحساس أنا مش زي امبارح تابعت في الحاجات من امتى كانت سرقاتي غير لما الأميرة جت أنا مش زي امبارح تابعت في الحاجات من امتى كانت فرقالي أنا مش زي امبارح تابعت في الحاجات من امتى كانت فرقالي غير لما الأميرة جت أنا مش زي امبارح تابعت في الحاجات من امتى كانت فرقالي غير لما الأميرة جت.
1 second, folks. 1 second. We're getting copyrighted for this. You guys know how it's going. You guys know we're getting copyrighted, but it's worth it. This is a pretty good bop. My girlfriend was playing it in the car. Really good. Nice pace. My mic is low. Really? Is my mic low? I think the music is just loud. I think the music is loud. Yeah, yeah. There we go, folks. All I was saying is Demi was playing this in her car. Pretty nice song. Welcome, everyone. Welcome to a very weird, just letting you guys know, this is a weird stream. I don't do this often. I'm stressed the fuck about it. I'm sweating. Okay? I be sweating about this. 1 second. People sending me WhatsApps. What's going on? What's going on? Yeah, I get it. I get it. Nour, thank you. The music was too loud. I get it. This is a party, folks. This is a party. Let's get this video copyrighted. Folks, before we get going, please take a second to consider supporting this channel on Patreon, folks. We have a Patreon, patreon.com/donotworrypodcast. Let me take a second to thank some of our lovely, lovely patrons. Got your patrons like Eliane Mujaber, Dominic Seltzer, Daniel Nechle, and EU Watson. Superhero patrons like Irene the Dream, Hadi, Claudia. Blonde patrons like Dana Ahmad, Fujoshi Cake, and Unidentified Florida Man. And beautiful abductee patrons like Jess Polito, Fab, Elise, Marrero. Did I thank Dana Ahmad? Did I thank Dana? Yes, I did. Folks, if you want to support us, check out Patreon. Pick a tier that's right for you. There's patrons and YouTube members get exclusive content. And if you'd like to support us on YouTube, you can do so as well by joining YouTube memberships, folks. You can become a YouTube member. You can gift memberships like Haley D just did, just gifting 5 YouTube memberships. Thank you so much, Haley. We love you. Very sweet of you. So you guys can support the channel that way. You guys can also support us via super chats, just like Nola Magnolia just did by dropping in a $10 super chat. Nola, that's way too generous, saying we got y'all. Nola, thank you so much. We love you. You're very sweet. Nice to have you all here, but you guys don't have to do any of that to be supportive of the channel. It is more than enough for you to like the video, subscribe to the channel, become a Do Not Warrior, engage in the live chat, leave a comment if you're watching the replay. Let's go. Like I said, this is a very stressful episode to talk about, folks. I do not want to be talking about employers getting paid, getting not paid, risk to get a defamation lawsuit thrown my way, because that is definitely a concern. Not that I'm going to be saying anything defamatory. Everything that I'm going to be saying is completely true. Even the title of this video, my former employers are not paying me. They are my former employers, and they are not paying me. Everything I'm going to say in this video can be backed up by emails, by my contract, by pay stubs. It is very simple to prove everything that I'm going to say. Not that I'm here to like make a case or anything. I'm just going to complain about not getting paid by my former employers. And I think it is time to, I kind of hinted that I was going through some stuff with work earlier, a couple of months ago. But at this point, folks, let's meet the people who are not paying me. This is Mr. Nabil Suede. That is their accountant, Tony Musa. And that is Junior, Mr. Nabil Suede's son, Ramzi Suede, who's about my age. To be honest, these are all pretty nice people. I've met them all in person. I've spent varying amounts of time with them. I've spent probably the most time, it's safe to say, with Ramzi. This young fellow right here, Ramzi Suede, nice people. I mean, overall, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? CH sends $2 and says, I'm so ready for the tea. Leave no crumbs. I mean, listen, this is less about tea and more about me getting this off of my system. I'm going to tell you guys a little bit, without getting into, too much detail, just a little bit of what happened and why I'm so upset and why I think this is so unfair. By the way, these three individuals work at IPH Studios. I guess they own this company. That is not the company where I worked at, just to be clear, but you know, they are associated with IPH Studios, a dubbing company. They do translations. So let me just open up some. Like I said, very stressed. I hate doing this, folks. This is supposed to be a fun show. This is supposed to be a chill show where we have fun and we laugh. But I'm not supposed to be airing you know, my personal grievances, but this goes beyond personal grievance. This is like a professional betrayal. This is a breaking of a contract. You know what I'm saying? A contract that is signed. Again, I'm not here. This isn't like I'm not here to blackmail anyone. I don't expect to get ever paid. I've forgotten about that money, to be completely honest with you. If you're watching, it's not that I don't want it. Hey, I'd love it, but I don't expect to ever get paid. So yeah, it's a little bit stressful to talk about this stuff. Like I said, depending on the kind of people that they are and what they want to do, they might choose to claim that I'm like defaming them or defaming the company. I have no intention of doing that. I'm not here to talk about anyone's character. In fact, like I said, overall, they're pretty nice people. From the little time that I spent with Nabil, he was always nice to me. I've literally shaken his hand like 3 or 4 times. Spent very little time with him, but the time I did spend, seemed like a nice guy. Ramzi, you know, nice dude, about our age, you know what I mean? Kind of a chill dude, but just kind of forgot to pay me my last salary, which is my little, it's a little stick up that I have with this whole situation, basically. We're gonna be talking about it. We're gonna be talking about it, folks. So what happened essentially, without getting into too much detail, let me tell you what Wagwan, okay? And before I even get into anything, I'm very lucky, okay? Compared to some other people in the situation that I'm in, I am very lucky. I'm not even looking for another job. I lost my job on June 30th, so over a month ago at this point. I'm not even looking for another job. I have a safety net. Unlike a lot of other people, I have this YouTube channel. Because of you guys, I'm able to make ends meet, while other people might be scrambling. Well, if I didn't have this YouTube channel, I would be panicking like straight the fuck up right now. Like, what do I do? How do I pay rent? How do I do all of these things? You know, I'm very lucky to have some savings. I'm very lucky to have this YouTube channel as a backup, as a safety net that I can work on, that I can try to expand. You know, we're launching a second channel. If you don't forget, guys, I forgot to mention this. We got the gaming channel. Don't forget to subscribe to the brand new gaming channel. Do Not Worry Gaming. We're at 729 subscribers. Here's the link in the live chat. And I'm going to pin it at the top of the live chat, folks. We are waiting to get this channel monetized. Once it hits 1,000 subscribers or 4,000 watch hours, we can monetize. And I'm doing a Dark Souls stream a little bit later tonight in like 2.5 hours. My best friend from high school, from like middle school, since I was a child, Ilyas, is coming over. We're going to be playing some Dark Souls. He's a Dark Souls expert. I'm a Dark Souls noob. We're going to be doing that in a couple of hours. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. So like I said, I am very lucky. You know what I mean? But it's out of principle at this point. I'm not making this video because I want to blackmail someone. Like, if you don't send me my money, I'm going to talk shit about you. That is not at all what I intend on doing or what I plan on doing. It is a matter of principle. You cannot cheat people out of their final paychecks. You cannot go back on a contract. You cannot break a contract. You cannot breach a contract and just kind of like move on with your life and not think of the consequences and how it affects other people. Now, a lot of you guys might be wondering, hey, Anthony, why don't you like sue them? Why don't you file a formal complaint? Why don't you do X and Y? I'll be honest with you guys. I'm literally only owed 1 salary. If I wanted to sue them, if I wanted to file any sort of any sort of complaint, it would cost me as much, if not more, than the salary is worth. So it's not even really worth my time to do that or pursue that. Other people that are in the situation that I am are perhaps owed more, or perhaps owed severance packages. None of that. That is not the case with me. I'm literally just owed my final salary, as is on my contract. You know what I mean? Once they give you 30-day notice, they're supposed to pay me for my last 30 days, and that has not happened yet. Now, will they never pay me? Who knows? So essentially, if this is all over the place, I'm sorry. I have some notes, but like, I don't think I'm gonna follow these notes at all. This is gonna be kind of a clusterfuck. So we essentially, my entire team and I, lost our jobs about a month ago. There was basically a dispute between the partners in our company. Okay, something that is entirely out of our hands. Myself and the rest of my teammates at work. We are the employees. We do what we are asked of. You know, we have certain objectives that we have to do. And by the way, where did I work? I did not work at IPH. IPH Studios. This is where Ramzi, Nabil, and you know, Tony work at IPH Studios, the dubbing company. I did not work there. I was involved in a company called Blue Engine Studios. It's a company that they got involved in. And essentially, what happened a few months ago was that the partners had an issue between them. They had a disagreement on how to run the company. And they were unable, when they were unable to find sort of common ground, myself and my team, we ended up getting terminated, essentially. You know what I mean? They chose to terminate, to like cease operations or whatever, and to basically let us go. You know what? Okay, I have no problem with that. They sent us a termination email. I'm cool with that, folks. I'll take the termination. I accepted the termination email. All they had to do was pay me my final salary as per the contract. Everyone else they terminated, they just had to pay them their final salaries. If anyone is owed a severance package, pay them their severance. You know what I mean? Just let us all go our separate ways amicably. Unfortunately, that is not what happened. And to be honest with you guys, my situation is the least grave issue. It's the least serious of all issues. All I'm owed is one salary. You know what I mean? And again, while I definitely lamented, like that one salary was the difference between me traveling or not traveling this summer. I basically can't travel this summer because I don't have, like, I wanted to have a bit more money, a bit of extra money saved up so that I can travel this summer. I'm not going to be doing that this summer just because they kind of screwed me out of an entire fucking salary. And one full salary is a lot of money. You know what I mean? But again, it's not about the money. Even if they owed me $100 or $10,000, that is not even, again, it's a matter of principle. It's a matter of treating people in the wrong way, or at least not giving them what they're due, just as not giving them what you promised to give them in the contract that we all signed, essentially. That is the problem. There are other people, folks, that travel to Dubai for this job. Okay, they live and they move to another country, to another city, and their visas have expired, and they now can't even renew their visa. So like they're all in limbo. I at least have 3 team members that are currently in Dubai who like don't know what the fuck to do with their lives right now. They used to, the company used to renew their visas because it's some kind of like a work visa, and now that basically all operations have ceased and there's some kind of a gridlock, essentially. Okay. The way the company is structured in a very like specific way, and if certain individuals aren't present or something, things can't happen. So there's essentially complete gridlock. Nothing can function at the company. No one can get paid. Nothing can get signed. And ultimately, who pays the price? Myself and my team. The regular blue-collared, I guess, right? Employees, you know what I mean? The ones that get paid the least at the company. The ones that have, overall, the least amount of responsibility. Now, we're the ones, and the ones that are in Dubai have to now figure out, well, how do I renew my visa? What the fuck do I do? Some of them have paid rent. You know what I mean? You sign a lease at an apartment complex, and you can't just break a lease easily in Dubai. You have to pay out like the rest of the year, or there's like a big, very expensive cancellation fee. What do those people do? All of these people have been left high and dry in Dubai, you know what I mean? With nothing to, with no way of knowing what the fuck they have to do, scrambling to find other jobs. And it's kind of insane. For example, my health insurance was tied to my job. It expires next month. I could have used my last salary to pay for my health insurance for the next year. I'm not going to have to dig into my own savings, which again, I'm lucky to have savings. I'm lucky to have this YouTube channel. I'm fortunate enough, but I still have to dig into my savings and pay for a whole year of health insurance when I'm owed a salary as per my contract, a salary that we worked for, that I am, you know, directly owed essentially. And because of that, because of these people, we're completely fucked. Again, sorry if this is all over the place. This is not organized. Madness Arcade sends $5 and says, reactions from yesterday. Don't forget. Madness, I'm going to be honest with you. I might forget today. This is not the day. This is not the stream for fun reactions today. We're talking about some personal shit. But thank you, Madness. You sent everything on Discord, correct? If it's all on Discord, it will get reacted to. Nour, if you're watching, can you please add all the links that Madness Arcade sent on Discord on the Do Not Worry document so that we react to them on another stream. So essentially, this is what we've been kind of dealing with now. Let's, just before we keep going, let's just take another look at our good friends, just so that you know. This is the logo for IPH, folks. IPH. Oh, this is a picture of Ramzi. I don't know where he doesn't have a lot. To be fair, I was trying to find like nice pictures of them to show them, but none of them have like Instagrams. Ramzi is not on Instagram, unfortunately. Here's a picture of him giving like a TED Talk. Mastering communication. How about you master paying some paychecks, signing the checks? I'm just kidding, folks. I'm just kidding. And but look, again, I'm gonna be honest. I worked with them. Like I've been at Blue Engine for a few years, but they were involved with Blue Engine for maybe 1 year. I can't really remember. It's been about a year since they've been involved. I have been paid every single month up until this point. The only thing that they owe me is the final paycheck. I have been paid at every point while working with them. They would always pay us on time, like to their credit. It's the bare minimum, but they did pay us. I never had any issues with them prior to this. You know what I mean? But I think now the fact that the partners are fighting amongst themselves, we are now the pawns. You know what I mean? They all hate each other. They're all angry at each other, in my personal opinion. You know what I mean? They want to get back at each other. Everyone wants to make the other partner look bad or look like it's their fault or whatever the fuck is happening. And we are the pawns. Oh yeah, if you're going to do that, then we can't pay them. Well, if you're going to do that, then we can't sign this off. And then we can't do this. And then we can't do that. Meanwhile, we're losing our health insurance. We're losing our wages. People don't know what to do about their apartments in Dubai. People don't know what to do about their leases. And meanwhile, all the other rich people, all the rich folk that are involved in this and that caused this, created the situation, you know what I mean? They want to go on vacation. They can go on vacation. They can ignore our emails. They can ignore my messages. I messaged Ramzi. I sent Ramzi a voice note a few days ago being like, yo, any positive updates? Is there anything you can share with me? Anything good? Is it looking good? Insurance payments are coming up. Radio silence. Do you want me to send you another message and beg for my money? First of all, like I said, I don't need it. And I'm a very proud person. I'm never going to beg for something that is owed to me, something that is my right, something that I signed a contract for, something that you signed the contract for. So if you're expecting me to grovel at anyone's feet, please, may I have my money? Please. I already gave them a lot of the benefit of the doubt. Out of everyone at the company, I'm the only one who agreed to meet with these people in person. I am the only one who agreed to meet with these people in person. I went there, I sat with them, I heard them out. I actually agreed with some of the points that they made. There were some concessions that I made when I heard them out. And I was like, you know what? You guys are making some kind of sense, but there are some things that aren't making any sense to me. You know what I mean? And when you go back to the fact that they are majority owner of the company, they sent us the email that terminated us from the company, but then they say that they don't have the ability to pay us. If you have the ability to terminate us, you definitely have the ability to pay us, my friends. And I don't know, like, again, if you guys want to sue me for defamation, whatever you want, I got all the emails, I got all the pay stubs, I got my contract, I'm in the right. I'm not here defaming anyone. I'm not here saying shit about anyone. All I'm saying is I still have not gotten paid. And things are so like in the air. Like, you know, when you're at work, you get like a work laptop sometimes or something. You know what I'm saying? Madness Arcade says, isn't Dubai and UAE on the BDS? Or maybe you meant they were already there because they grew up there. No, they went to work there just for the company. Dubai is not on BDS. Like, it's a whole city. It's a country. There's, you know. In that case, any country involved with Israel in any way can be BDS. I'm not a fan of Dubai. I'll tell you that, Madness Arcade. But anyways, they did give me a work laptop a few months ago. I've never turned it on, I'll be honest. And like, I was supposed to, like, when you leave a company, you're supposed to like sign off like the final, whatever, man. There's like a final document like, hey, I confirm that they have paid me everything. And here I'm returning everything that they gave me. You return your work laptop, you return everything. They check to make sure that it's okay. Then they sign something, then you sign something that's like, hey, I've returned my work laptop. It's cool, no damage. All right, we go our separate ways. I don't even know what to do with this fucking thing. I told them like, hey, do I keep this? I told them I might have to sell this if you guys don't pay me. They're like, hey, sell it. Like, they're so, hey, if you want to sell it, sell it. If I sell it, if I do end up selling it, are you going to contact me in 2 months and be like, hey, you sold your laptop? That means you can't sign that final document that says that you returned our laptop, you know, the work laptop. That means we can't pay you. Like, the whole thing is so up in the air. By the way, I need your guys' help. This is a better laptop than I thought. This is a MacBook Pro M2. Okay, M2 chip. 16 gigabytes of RAM, pretty good. 1 terabyte of storage. So 16-inch screen, 1 terabyte SSD storage, 16 gigs of RAM. M2, this is a pretty good fucking, like, Mac. This is way better than my Air. Like, I might actually keep this for myself. Or if I want to sell it, how much can I sell this for? What is the value of a M2 MacBook Pro used? Let me know. Someone Google that and let me know. How much can I sell? Or can I pay for my insurance with this? Rami from Arab Insurance, will you accept an M2 MacBook Pro? Let me know. Rami from Arab, my boy, my man, Rami. Allegedly. So, folks, someone let me know in the chat, how much can I sell a 16-inch, 1 terabyte? At least they gave me a good fucking laptop, right? I was surprised. I looked at the fucking specs yesterday for the first fucking time. I thought it was just a big laptop. I had no idea it was 1 terabyte. Or 16 gigs. At the very least, they've given me something I can resell. So, do you think, can I sell this for like $1,500? If I can sell this for $1,500, cover my insurance, I think that would be good. I need to find myself an insurance agent that's looking for looking for a Mac, or, you know. But this is gonna be a short stream, folks. I really do apologize. This is gonna be a bunch of bullshit. I'm not donating this to anybody. If this is your first time watching me on this channel, do not judge this live stream. We usually have fun topics, pictures, videos, we do reactions, we do fun stuff. بس هلا شوي كلين خرا يعني شو بدي لكم يا جماعة. You guys want to see some of the footage, some of the so IPH, like I said, IPH Studios, folks. Oh, one sec.
مرحبا Greg.
Oh, I don't want to get copyrighted for this. Now, as you know, like I said, IPH Studios is where Ramzi Sued, Nabil Sued, and Tony Musa work. Tony Musa, by the way, his name. Again, Tony Musa, great guy. I'm not saying anything about the guy personally. All the time I spent with him was nice. He is upset at me that when I did go to meet them in person, I refused to shake Tony Musa's hand, and he threw a hissy fit. I will say that. Tony Musa, this gentleman right here, folks, when I got there, because, you know, I would ask them, like, hey, can you guys at least confirm in writing that you will pay me my final salary? They would refuse to confirm. They would refuse to confirm in writing. They're like, no, you have to come talk to us. The only way we're going to talk to you about your payment is if you come meet with us in person, folks. Like, what the fuck is that? You know what I mean? They would refuse. They would refuse to talk to me via email or via text. They would only talk to me over the phone and be like, we're not going to tell you if we're going to pay you or not. You have to come to the office for us to tell you if you're going to get paid or not. So I went. I'm the only one that agreed to go talk to them. Go figure. You know what I mean? Because I wanted to be charitable. I wanted to extend a hand, a peaceful hand, an olive branch. Then I show up there. Tony's sitting there, walks up to me, reaches out his hand, wants to shake my hand. I just didn't shake it. I'm like, you know what? I don't feel like this is an environment where I really want to shake your hand right about now. And he got really upset, and he threw kind of a hissy fit. But then I did apologize to Tony at the end. I'm like, Tony, I should have shaken your hand. We shook hands by the end of it all. You know, and this was even more disappointing. And I told him, I'm like, send me updates. Tell me what's up. If I ask you guys what's going on, you know, let me know. Because we just want to solve this, right? Doesn't everyone just want to get paid? But no. Tony did not want to shake my hand, but Tony... I did not want to shake Tony's hand, but at the end, I did shake Tony's hand after he threw a hissy fit, folks. Grown man, but again, nice man, a nice man. Tony Musa. Name rhymes with Onimusha, doesn't it? Like the video game Onimusha. You know Onimusha 3 with Jean Reno? Nola Magnolia sends $5 and says, is there an Apple distributor in Lebanon that will impact selling price? There are Apple distributors. You can get this laptop new for like $2,200. That's what I'm saying. You can find this new in Lebanon for like $2,200. So that's what I'm saying, kind of. $2,200. New, you can buy it. So I guess, can I sell it for like $1,300? So anyways, sorry, let me go back to this real quick. So they work... I got to show you guys these logos, you know what I mean? You guys got to remember what this stuff looks like, you know what I mean? I mean, IPH Studios, they do work with companies like HBO. They do dubbing for a lot of HBO shows. So, I mean, from what I know, a very reputable company. They've been doing this for a while. But actually, and this isn't a criticism, I'm going to highlight, like, one of the clips that they dubbed. So you guys know Succession, the HBO show. One of the best shows, you know, ever made in recent history. So they have, like, the dubbing rights. And they dubbed it into, like, Lebanese Arabic. And this clip went viral on Twitter a couple of months ago because of the quality, because of how good the quality of the dubbing was. So this is, if you guys want to work with IPH Studios and get dubbing for your TV shows, this is the quality of dubbing that you can expect to get from IPH Studios. Now, I'm going to be pausing this a lot for copyright infringement. They might try to pull any card they can, you know what I mean? Copyright. Let's just listen to a few seconds of this incredible dubbing, courtesy of IPH Studios, based in Beirut, Lebanon, in Hamra, Beirut, Lebanon, no less, run by Ramzi Sued, Nabil Sued, and their accountant, Tony Musa, who have yet to pay me my final salary or my team's final salary. Some of my team currently stuck in Dubai without work visas, and they don't know how to pay their leases. Is that the kind of man you want to be, Ramzi? All the time we spent together, you seem like a pretty chill dude. Like, you know what I mean? And I don't know, man. You know, you don't strike me as the kind of guy who would want his employees or his ex-employees to struggle. And you're a young guy. You got your whole future ahead of you. We know probably a lot of people in common. Do you want the people that we know in common to think that this is the kind of business person you are? Do you not want me to tell people like, hey, work with IPH Studios, work with these people? But in good conscience, I have to warn everyone that I know to stay away from people like you, because you have not met your end of the bargain. You have not paid me what I'm owed. You have not paid my team what they're owed. You have abandoned the team entirely. In another country, bro, without visas, can you imagine having to pay like an entire lease and you don't have a fucking salary coming up and you don't know what's going to happen with your visa, you might be stuck in the country, you can't travel, you can't leave, you can't do anything. Kind of disappointing, you know what I'm saying? And you would think, like, I don't know, man, you know what I mean? Like, I put my team first. If anything happened to this podcast and like I lost everything overnight and I had $1,000 left, I would make sure my team was paid rather than telling them to hey, we'll figure it out later. Maybe we'll pay you, maybe we won't. Hey, maybe consider selling that laptop we gave you. So to our English-speaking audience, you're not going to understand this. 1,800? I can sell this for 1,800? Really? So this is Lebanese Arabic. My Lebanese audience will understand just how wonderful this translation is.
مرحبا Greg.
Very nice work already. Cousin Greg here. Let's skip a tiny little bit here. What's going on? Whoop. 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 Isn't copyright great?
فيك تزحني شوي إذا بتريد.
Wonderful dubbing, folks. Wonderful dubbing. Courtesy of IPH Studios. IPH.
Merci Greg. Yes.
Why did they not change their names? Why did they keep their names Greg? Nola Magnolia sends $2 and says, like the stream, got my annual raise, so sharing it. Holy Nola Magnolia, congratulations. Everybody, W's in the chat for Nola Magnolias. Mabruk Nola for getting an annual raise. Let's fucking go. Let's see.
Yes. وأخيرا. شو؟
Wonderful stuff. Wonderful work. Let me just catch up real quick on the chat. You know, Lumo says, okay, I get that, but I just have seen so many horrible employers who just screw over their employees. These people clearly are the same. Wishing Anthony the best regardless. Well, thank you. You know, let me see what else you said before. You should have never met with them in person. They're avoiding putting anything in writing. Oh, I know. I was honestly, it was kind of stupid of me, but I was like kind of trying to see the best in the situation. I figured my situation was easier than other people's. I'm like, look, all I'm owed is like just one final salary. I'm here in the country with them. Like, can't they just like fucking even pay me in cash or something? Just like, hey, let's just get this over with. Here's your money. We'll figure it out later. You know what I mean? No, they just they refuse to answer anyone. That's the problem. They're not talking to anyone anymore. Like they're not answering. They didn't answer my WhatsApp. They don't answer any emails. Anytime you ask, hey, are you going to pay us? Can you put it in writing? They refuse to answer anything. If they are, because they may or may not be involved in some like hearings right now. They might, like, some people might be looking you know, to pursue legal cases against them. As far as I know, and they might not even be showing up to any hearings or anything. They're completely silent. They've completely stepped away from the situation, and they just want it to like go away and die. And the only thing that I want is like, you can't get away with that. You know what I mean? It's, again, out of principle. You can't get away with that. Rich people screwing over their employees. You know what I mean? Nepo babies. Someone who, you know, who asked his dad to buy him a company, got what he wanted, and then he just they got rid of, this is, I'm giving you just personal opinion, then they just get rid of anyone and they don't want to pay them. You don't get to walk around and pretend that you're like a good person or you're an honest person. You know what I mean? That shit comes around, and if I can't, and if it's not worth it for me to pursue legal justice, I'm at least going to let the world know what you did. Ramzi Swed, Nabil Swed, Anthony Musa from IPH Studios. And if Blue Engine Studios ever gets back in business, from Blue Engine Studios as well. Stay away from Blue Engine Studios and IPH Studios. If you work in TV, if you work in film, because based on my personal experience, you can sign a contract with these people and they will not pay you. Because that is what is happening now. I have a contract with them. They have my final invoice and I'm not paid. And I really debated whether or not to even do this episode, to whether even talk about this, but I would not have forgiven myself and I would not have been okay with myself had I not said something. Because khalas, everybody gets walked all over. We've all been walked over before in our lives by either an employer, anyone, a bully, someone. You know what I mean? And you work your fingers off to get a small, tiny little portion of a salary while your employers reap the vast majority of the benefits, and you keep your head down and you keep working and you keep working and you keep working because sometimes you can't afford to leave your work. But then when these people want to cheat you out of what you're owed, I'm not asking for something that I'm not owed. I'm not asking for something that is not on my contract. I'm not blackmailing anyone for like, I want some diamonds and jewels. Like, bro, I just want the final fucking salary. You know what I mean? That. And I can go into, there's like so many details that I can share, like the emails that they've sent and like contradictory things that they've said and done. Like it really looks so amateurish. And to think that like you could make mistakes like that, to me is kind of funny. But I just want the world to know that as far as my personal work experience with them, if you work with them, you might find yourself in a situation where you're not paid. And they're not going to be very responsive if you try to. And we live in Lebanon, by the way. And if I lived in the States, it's much harder for an employer in the States or in Europe to get away with shit like that. Lucky for them, they're in Lebanon, bro, where anything fucking goes. It's the fucking Wild West over here. Good luck getting in front of a judge. Good luck getting in front of a judge who's going to hear your case. Yeah, and Lebanon is truly the Wild fucking West. And creatives, out of everyone, have it the worst. Lebanon has like very predatory like rules when it comes to working with creatives. You routinely get paid like 3 months late, 6 months late. You know, like if you're ever, I used to work some freelance gigs, you know, like little ad agencies, and we did like produce some like digital ads and stuff. Routinely, you get paid. You pay like when you sign your contract, like, hey, we're gonna pay you 3 months late. We're gonna pay you 6 months late, and you just kind of have to fucking accept it and nod. Essentially. And by the way, like the company that I work for, like, I mean, bro, I don't want to get into a lot of detail, but like I've created some shows for these guys. Like they own the rights to some great, fantastic content and shows and programming that I invented. You know what I mean? And they still treat us, and they can go off and sell these shows. They can go off and produce these shows and reap all the benefits while we don't as employees. And then they just throw us to the curb. And they don't even want to pay you your last salary, bro. You know what I'm saying? If they don't have the money if they can't afford all the severance packages and all that stuff, if they have no money, you know what I mean? Hey, that's another matter. I don't know. That's why I couldn't stay quiet, and that's why, like, even like my girlfriend Demi was like, you don't even need to talk about this shit. Like, shubadak fiyon, get over it. Mish get over it, but like, you know, move on. You don't put any hate out there, or don't like, and which I'm really not putting any hate. I am just I'm just like, I really felt like I needed to express myself, but like I really love her advice. She was like, you don't even fucking need this, like, let us move on. You can just like whatever money you lost there will eventually find its way to you because you're in the right. You didn't do anything wrong. You know what I mean? And karma does its thing. Karma will get back at them, and you'll get what you deserve from like karma. And while part of me really loves what she says, and like it's the cutest fucking thing ever, you know what I mean? But part of me was like, yeah, no, it does. I'm not gonna feel good unless I talk about this genuinely. Even if they want to throw a defamation suit my way, bro, I don't give a fuck, bro. You think this is the first lawsuit threat I've gotten? You think it's the first fucking time someone's threatened me with litigation? Welcome to the fucking channel. Welcome to the fucking podcast, bro. Y'all don't know who you're fucking playing with. And this is not, again, this is not a threat. You're not playing with anyone. Mafishi, but you know, like, I don't give a fuck. If you want to do lawsuits, you want to get legal action, hey, go for the one guy who hasn't sued you yet. If you want to sue the one guy who has not filed a legal complaint against you, then hey, be my guest if you want to do that. And I will make content about it till the day I fucking die, bro. So let's fucking go. If that's what you guys want to do, let's fucking go, because I'm fucking game. But you're not getting away with simply screwing people over and expecting to maintain whatever artificial sheen you want within society. You know what I mean? You want to take over a company, you want to fuck over the employees, in my opinion. You know what I mean? And you don't want to pay them? Ushu. I need to be afraid of saying that. You know what I mean? Again, nice people, bro. Nice people. Always paid us on time. Never skipped a salary. Invited us to like a big iftar dinner. All that sort of thing. We're a family. This isn't a company. We're a family. And then all of a sudden, when you're asking about getting paid, they stop answering. What happened? Aren't you my daddy? Aren't you my uncle? What happened, fam? Fam, what happened? They stop answering. They don't want to answer your emails. All of a sudden, he's like, hey, am I going to get paid this month? Ooh, must have skipped that email. Oh, really? Okay, cool. This is Lebanon, folks. This is Lebanon. You don't get justice in Lebanon. You don't get justice in Lebanon. You don't get justice in a courtroom. We were just talking about August 4th a couple of days ago. No one got justice for that. Everyone I know has been in some kind of legal shitbag situation in this country, and no one has gotten shit for it. Sometimes you just have to take matters into your own hands and just talk about things. Just express yourselves. Am I doing this now expecting them to like pay me right away? No, it would be nice. And if you know what, if they do pay us, if I actually do get paid my final salary, I will be the bigger man and I will remove this entire video off my channel. I will remove the video because it won't be accurate, and I will also update the audience. I'll literally be like, hey, you know what, they actually paid me. They actually ended up paying me, and I would gladly share that update. But it doesn't seem like they're going to pay anyone because they're not answering anyone. You know what I mean? They're not answering anyone. What am I supposed to think? What am I supposed to think? If they don't want to answer. So you guys are saying I can sell it at starting $1,800? Hebsy says, in my experience, when a workplace uses the "we're a family" line, expect to be screwed over. Oh my, the biggest red flag in the world is any employer being like, but we're a family. Family my ass, bro. Get the fuck away from me. I got my family. We got Sailor Katracha. Hello, Sailor Katracha sends a very generous $10 Canadian dollar donation. Says, sorry you're going through this, Anthony. I just subbed to the gaming channel. Please play Dress to Impress with the crew. Waiting for the Gaza fundraiser. Fuck yes. So quick update. I am working on doing a Gaza fundraiser sometime mid-month. We are putting everything together. This stuff stresses me out because I'm not good with like technical stuff, and I want to reach out to some like big creators to like see if they want to join us. I don't know if anyone's going to say yes to want to be on our channel, but they're friends of the show as far as I know. So I want to prepare a very fun fundraiser for Gaza. So join us mid-month for that. And yes, Dress to Impress sounds fun. Nour, if you're watching, add that to the list. Let me just add that quickly to the list. Along with the stuff that Madness Arcade wants us to react to. You see, Madness Arcade, you never leave my mind. Sorry, folks, just 1 second. So that is essentially what we're going through, guys. Unscrolled app. 1 second. Madness Arcade content and Dress to Impress, and I'm gonna write in between parentheses Sailor Katracha. I can't see your full name the way I'm looking at the chat right now, so let me open your channel again. Yes, Sailor Katracha. Okay, Sailor Katracha. We're gonna look into some Dress to Impress. And thank you so much for the generous donation. Yeah, we love you guys so much. I mean, seriously, again, this channel, I couldn't be doing this without you guys. If I didn't have this YouTube channel right now, I would be panicking, scrambling to find work. And not only that, like I've been working in the same industry for like 7 years, and I think I want to do a complete 180, complete change. So like I need to like find myself again. I need to decide what I want to do with the rest of my life. So it's not just a matter of like, let's send in some resumes and some CVs. I don't know what the fuck I want to do. And to be honest, I don't even think I want to work for someone anymore. Like I don't see myself going back to like a company and being an employee and like be, oh yeah, and then signing a contract that as soon as someone decides that they don't want to honor that contract, to just be fucked. Like, you know what I mean? I don't want to have my fate in anyone's hands anymore. And I don't want to give anyone any more ideas for fucking TV shows, bro. Like, I'm sorry. I've given some people some really good shit that I cannot go ahead and produce myself because they own that IP. They own those ideas. No more. And the last one that I did was a badass fucking show that was very personal to me. And now they own it as well. And that fucking pisses me off, to be honest with you, because they don't deserve it. They don't know what to do with it. And they won't know how to fucking produce it. In my humble opinion, you know what I mean? As the father of that show. So, yeah, that's what we're... Let me look at my notes real quick. I think I've talked about everything, right? Yeah. I mean, that's it, folks. What do you guys think? I have a gaming stream at 10. I need to farm, okay? Reconnection successful. There might be some lag. It might be lagging a little bit now. Ugh. Akal Nakhara. Okay, I think we're back. Am I lagging? How's it looking? A lawyer called, folks. I'm getting sued. That's what's happening. Are we back? We're back? Okay, just before I farm some souls in Dark Souls on cam before my next stream, Can you hear this?
قليل اللي قدرت عليه شبن باشا والدنيا قاسية علينا
Papa. Nabil
لو
Suez.
كان بإيدي لا رمشي تمشي عليه
Exhibit 2.
ايدي وانا
توني موسى.
كل اللي
You
كتب
count?
عليك ايام يا اخويا وسنوات فايتني حلوين كتير غيرها مش عاجبني وبعيدي عيون الناس شبه
رمزي
باشا
سويد.
اغني لها باحساس
The future of IPH.
انا مش زي امبارح طمعت في الحاجات من امتى كانت سرقاتي غير لما الاميرة جت انا مش زي امبارح طمعت في الحاجات من امتى كانت فرقالي انا مش زي امبارح طمعت في الحاجات من امتى كانت سرقالي
توني
غير
موسى.
لما الاميرة جت
Nabil Suez.
انا مش زي امبارح
رمزي Suez.
طمعت في الحاجات
IPH. IPH.
امتى كانت فرقالي
IPH. IPH.
الاميرة جت
توني موسى. رمزي Suez. توني موسى. نبيل Suez. رمزي. توني موسى. نبيل Suez. رمزي Suez. Pay me. You owe me money. Pay me my money. Pay me my money. You owe me money. يلا one more time.
دي مش هيليق دي غلطة وبينا مفيش وفلوس فلوس معدش اخرها من اولها
Remix. Remix.
اعرف اللي شغلها قليل اللي قدرت عليه شبن باشا والدنيا قاسية علينا لو كان بايدي لا رمشي تمشي عليه امسكي ايدي وانا اسيكي
يلا كلنا سوا. Everyone together.
ايام يا
توني موسى.
اخويا
رمزي Suez.
فايتني
نبيل Suez. Pay your employees. ادفعوا لموظفينكم. ادفعوا لنا مصرياتنا.
شبن باشا اغني لها
We
باحساس
want our money. يلا يلا يلا.
انا مش زي امبارح طمعت في الحاجات من امتى كانت سرقاتي غير لما الاميرة جت انا مش زي امبارح طمعت في الحاجات من امتى كانت فرقالي انا مش زي امبارح
توني موسى.
طمعت في الحاجات
نبيل Suez.
من امتى كانت سرقاتي
رمزي Suez.
لما الاميرة جت
Pay me. Pay me.
انا مش زي امبارح
I got the contracts
طمعت
approved.
في الحاجات
I got the pay stubs approved.
امتى كانت فرقالي
I got the emails approved.
الاميرة جت
Don't be coming with no defamation. Don't be coming with no defamation. You can't win. You can't win. بعد مرة.
لما الأميرة جت أنا مش زي امبارح طمعت في الحاجات من امتى كانت فرقالي أنا مش زي امبارح طمعت في الحاجات من امتى كانت فرقالي غير لما الأميرة جت أنا مش زي امبارح طمعت في الحاجات من امتى كانت فرقالي غير لما الأميرة جت
Well, folks, I don't think there's much more I could say on the matter. Gentlemen, Ramzi Sued, Nabil Sued, Mr. Nabil Sued, and Mr. Tony Musa, you may have overlooked my final paycheck. It might be somewhere in the office. Maybe if you dig around or something, you can find it. But I'd really like to get paid. But at this point, I don't expect it. What I do expect is for you to remember what you did for the rest of your lives. And I will do my part in reminding you what you have done, how you have screwed people over, how you have completely betrayed people's contracts, betrayed people's trust, screwed people over, in my honest opinion. And I got the contracts, I got the pay stubs, I got the emails, I got the Lord on my side. Even the Lord, I have Joseph Merab on my side, folks. I have Joseph Merab, okay? I have Kung Fu Jesus himself, who assigned my Bibles. So, Mabrukin, enjoy that final salary. Go do whatever you want with it. It has left my mind. It has left my attention. I don't want my money. Pay everyone else. You know, if you want to pay me. I'll take it. But I mean, you know what? Prioritize the visas. Prioritize the people in Dubai. It's too late, in my opinion. Like, I think damage is done. But I'm not going to forget that. I'm not going to forget what you guys did. And the world needs to know what you did. And if you just want to walk around pretending to be decent business people, not on my watch. That's what I'm going to say. And with that, folks, I'm going to stream for a few more minutes. Maybe like 10, 20 minutes. I'm just going to be farming some souls and Dark Souls. Don't forget to subscribe to my gaming channel. Do not worry, gaming, folks. Let's see how many subs we got. We were at 729 when we started the stream. We are now at 733. Let's go. Let's go. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Let me connect my controller. If you haven't seen me play Dark Souls, I don't think you're missing out on much, but I'm going to do at 10 p.m. My best friend's coming over. We're going to play. I have the second mic already set up. We're going to be playing some Dark Souls. I'm in Anar Londo, folks. I'm exploring Anar Londo. If we do things right, I might be able to fight Smaug and Ornstein. Ornstein and Smaug today. So that might be happening. Oh, yeah. And yeah, let us know. Did you guys enjoy the... This was such a weird, is it disconnected? No, this was such a weird stream. I didn't even like say bye to anyone. If you like this channel, you want to support us, do so on Patreon. Pick a tier that's right for you. Let me take a second to thank some of our lovely patrons. Are we still connected? I think so. Some of our lovely patrons, folks. Dan Ahmad, Eliel Mujabir, Dominic Seltzer, Daniel Nechli, EU Watson, Irene the Dream, Hadi, and Claudia. I think we're okay. Yeah, Elias is coming, folks. Elias is coming. Well, I gotta open this fucking... It looks like it's cutting up shway, though, right? Or no? كأنه... Is it lagging? I can't tell if it's lagging. This... Okay, you know what? My PlayStation controller is not even plugging into this. So, I guess I'll just end this stream. What is happening? Yeah, it's totally lagging. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to end the stream. See you guys at 10 on the next channel. Don't expect any more streams like that. This is the last one that's happening. Yeah, I'm going to fix the internet as well. So, peace out.